Now that everybody is out here running around like friggin' Ricky Bobby, wouldn't it be nice if there was a prophet, a person that called all of this stuff out yesterday that said, hey, I think we've got further downside on Bitcoin coming up very soon. And wouldn't it be nice if the person wouldn't have given you that trade yesterday? Let me know in the comments section if you were here on the Wolfer Power Hour yesterday, where we called this all out down to 78K, where we called out that we could be going to the $77,000 to $74,000 level that was on our chart that we've been talking about for months and months and months. And wouldn't it be nice if there was a guy out here that gave you the real deal Holyfield to tell you what exactly is happening with Bitcoin right now? If you are here to get those real deal levels. If you are here to take those actionable trades. If you are here to make money. Let's see if we can get live on Twitter somehow, because for whatever reason, the StreamYard is not allowing me to go live on Twitter, which is absolutely frustrating. Please give me a like or a comment or something in the comments section below to let me know if the stream is lagging or if anything weird is happening on the stream, because I have absolutely no friggin' clue what is going on. Yeah, something weird's happening. It is what it is. In any case, you are here for the Wolfer Power Hour. I'm your host, DW, Drew Wolfer, bringing you the levels, bringing you the trades, bringing you the gains, bringing you everything that you need to know in this turbulent time in the market, while everybody else is out here running around looking like friggin' Ricky Bobby.
Mr. Biden, come on down here. Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
This is going downhill fast.
Bitcoin is going downhill fast. Help me, Tom Cruise! Help me, Tom Cruise! With your crazy Scientology magic, man. X was down today. Yeah, I forgot about that. Somehow it's saying it lost access to my Twitter. That's why. Everything is working A1 on YouTube. That's good. Good morning to you, Sharon Gaylor. Let me see if I can get my X account reconnected very quickly. That way we can allow those people on the stream, because there's always like 100+ people that come in from Twitter. So I want them to be able to watch this if at all possible. So give me one second. How do I even sign into this thing? Boom. That's not my password. I don't even know my own password to my friggin' Twitter account. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, finally, I figured out my password. Shake and bake. Let's go. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Let's see if we can go live now on Twitter. It is officially reconnected. Yeah, it ain't working. I'm not spending time on this. This is crazy. You guys are here. I appreciate you. Anybody that's here from YouTube, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, baby. Boom! Bang on the notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant section. We've already wasted 4 minutes trying to figure out what the hell is going on, man, with Twitter. And I don't care enough for it to stop the stream for you dozen people that are already on it. So the people on Twitter, they're going to be like the real bros at Simi Valley today. They're going to be missing out on that DW technical analysis, which is what I've been telling them for a long time. If you're watching me on Twitter, make sure you follow, but also make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because there will be a time when Twitter doesn't work. And today is that day. And you are now looking like the real bro of Simi Valley.
Like, I'm feeling a little irked, or at least like irked adjacent. And then these guys bringing their bad vibes. Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
And at the very least, you are looking like Donna Goodo right now, if you are on Twitter.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent.
Because everybody that watches me on YouTube gets to see this crazy, cool transition stuff, right? And so now, all the Twitter people are going to be salty. and we're all going to be the ones taking the gains. Okay. So anyways, yesterday, what were we talking about? Well, we knew that we broke out of this wedge. Oh, look at that. It's almost like the profit target that I gave you hit exactly perfectly 2 times. And then boom, we made a bunch of money. We woke up to overnight gains. I wish that there was some guy on YouTube that was like really cool and wore like blue light aviator glasses and made a bunch of jokes and like talked about Italians because he's Italian and made fun of Italians and asked you, you know, how do you shut up an Italian guy? Well, you arrest him. That's how you make him shut up. How many Italians does it take to throw a guy off of a cliff? I got no idea, officer. He fell off himself. I wish there was a guy on YouTube with a basket weaving degree from basketweaving.com online university, the most accredited worldwide university, online university for basket weaving, that had a master's degree in basket weaving, was the president of the bowling club, was the volunteer secretary of the friggin' badminton team, and was the 3-time All-American friggin' crocheting animal, TA guy, guru dude, that was a verified pro trader on verifiedinvesting.com. I wish that I had a guy like that I could watch and like, you know, he would like give me trades and stuff like that. And, you know, like do all these things and that had like an 82% win rate and gave me trades like this. I wish there was a guy like that. You're in the right place. Let's get into the technical analysis to see where Bitcoin could be going. All right. We got the dumpity dump zone. We've done filled it. The dumpity dump zone has been filled. We took the full. All right. I hope you brought your diapers, your Depends, right? If you're a grown person, you wear Depends, right? I hope you brought your diapers. But to be honest with you, you're going to need some new Depends because the dumpity dump zone has officially been filled. Okay. What's the dumpity dump zone, Drew? Is it this big brown box that you were talking about? Are we about to take out this swing low, Drew? Were you talking about this yesterday? How we were going to take out this swing low right here and then bounce? And then we were going to come down and take this swing low out and then probably bounce again? Were you talking about that yesterday? Homies and homettes, dudes and dudettes, bros and sisses, and non-gender people of YouTube and the internet and the interwebs and the Googles. Yes, we were talking about that. And yes, we were talking about this. And yes, we made gains on our trade. Okay. We were also talking about TA on a bunch of coins that people wanted me to look at. And they were like, oh, should I go long on this? And I was like, yeah, if you go long, you better set your stop loss tighter than, you know, you shouldn't even be able to fit a dollar bill in between your stop loss and your long position because Bitcoin's going down, baby. And it did. And it came up to the 0.382 like we were talking about, rejected off the 50 moving average, blick up, right down, blick up, blick up. All right, so let's see if it took out this low, okay? The low on this, 78, 167.81. And we did. We officially took out that low. We are at 78,055 is the low on this candle. My friends, the prophecy has been fulfilled. The proverbs were written and the prophecy has been fulfilled. We are likely to come to $73,629.70 or so on Bitcoin. It is unfortunate, but it is likely what will happen. This is where you start thinking big, nasty, big, dirty, filthy longs, man. Because if we hold this level, this is the inflection point to where we start to pump to all-time highs. And everybody will be dancing and having a good time. And the carnivals will be giving you popcorn and free giveaways. Everyone will be making money down here if we bounce. So pay attention for that. What is your trade right here? Well, unfortunately, there is no trade right here, okay? The one trade that I can give you right now as a bro, as a real bro, right, is right here. If we get a confirmation candle close below this low and we get a bearish back test, bam, that is your short position. you must get a confirmation candle close below this level right here, okay? We have not gotten that. We have yet to receive our confirmation candle. What does that confirmation candle look like? Well, let's act like this is, let's act like this is, the level, right? So this is what a confirmation candle looks like. We have confirmed outside of the dumpity dump zone as it sits right now. Why? Because we closed a candle outside of the low of the dumpity dump zone right here, as you can see. Then we closed another candle under the low of that candle. Okay, that is your confirmation, right? Now what you would like to see is one of two things. A bearish backtest of this, enter a short here, start targeting the $77,000 range to $74,000 range, which we could get on the hour, right? We could get that backtest. But at the same time, you could just bounce from here. It doesn't look like you're going to, most likely, although your RSI is setting higher lows while you are setting lower lows. What is that? A hidden bullish divergence, okay? So if you bounce from here and you take this back out, where could we potentially be going due to the hidden bearish divergence that we just, or hidden bullish divergence that we just found, Drew? And to be clear, what is a hidden bullish divergence? Let me know if the stream is doing okay. Give us the guy with braids. Yeah. Let me know if the stream's doing okay. It looks like the internet on my end is like unstable, it says. So I'm hoping that you guys can see everything all right. You guys and gals, you dudes and dudettes, you homies and homettes, and non-gender binary people of the world, of the YouTube verse, of the DrewTube. If you can see all this, just let me know in the comments section. Hopefully everything's going fine, because it is raining in South Florida right now, and that messes up the internet connection. So absolutely nothing I can do about it. Yeah, a little grainy. Yeah, I know. I wish that internet was not, I wish it wasn't raining, and I could give you a better stream. But in any case, there's nothing I can do about it. We set a higher low here on the RSI, right? But what was happening to price when we were setting this higher low? So here's the low, right? And then here's the higher low. We're setting a lower high, right? This is a textbook bullish divergence, okay? This is saying upside. This is giving us upside signals. So if you come up here and you get a signal line crossover right here, you're probably going to pump up. Like, to be honest with you, probably going to get a nice little bounce here, especially for the simple fact that the stochastics are super oversold. They were about to get a signal line crossover and a nice little bump, a nice little bounce, right? So 78,000, 78,000 to about 78.5 is a pretty good entry level, in my opinion, for a short-term bounce up. And where could you be going? Right here to about 81.5. So let's actually set that trade up, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Like, say you enter right here, let's call it 78.5 exactly, right? And then you just set your stop loss outside of that low, okay? You want to set it probably somewhere in that realm right there. And then you take it right up here to test this 0.236 fib, and you're looking at a 5.3 extra risk to reward ratio on that. I might take this. I might take this trade myself. To be honest with you, once we get off of the stream and I can connect to a VPN and take my trade and stuff like that. The VPN always messes up my streams, and it's already messed up as it is. So I'm not gonna take the trade live with you guys, but I will most likely take this trade, especially if we come back down here to the $78,000 level. Probably be taking that trade almost immediately. And then once we get up here, this is where you start to look and see, okay, we hit the 0.236. What's the RSI telling us? Is the RSI just like right here, or is it all the way up here? Because if it's all the way up here, this is where you want to start selling, right? What's the stochastics? Are the stochastics super overbought? If in any case, you might want to start selling, right? Is the momentum wave starting to curl up? Things of that sort. If it is, and you're getting momentum moving up, then you could start targeting the 0.382 level, which could give you probably like a 7.5x. No, that's a 9x risk to reward ratio on this trade. Okay. Now, there's your long trade in my position. That is your long trade on Bitcoin right now. But we have to play both sides. We have to assume that what we think could happen could not happen, and that we could be wrong about it, right? So let's say you take that trade and then you get stopped out here. There's a reason why you're setting your stop loss so ridiculously tight on this trade, okay? And it's because if you get below this zone and you get a confirmation candle below it, you come down here and you get a bearish back test. This is where you enter short, okay? And I'll show you where you're targeting, okay? If you get below that level, and again, confirmation candle, I already set all this stuff up for you. I told you what the confirmation candle is. So if you don't remember what it is, just go back and check it out. Rewind the track, right? So what you would do is you would enter right here at this swing low, right? This previous swing low is way over here, right? Once you break that level and get a confirmation candle, you'd set your stop loss outside of the bottom end of the dumpity dump zone, this brown box, this brown line right here, which is just above these swing lows, or these wicks on the low, 2 low candles right here. So call it, yeah, somewhere like right around there. I would say like right there, just to be safe. And then you're targeting the previous all-time high, which was about $73,600. I would go about 73.7 on this. You got a 3.5x risk to reward ratio on this. It's a good trade, right? And then if you come down here and you start breaking those lows that we set like way friggin' long time ago, which is like way over here, right? If you break this down, then the most likely scenario is you're probably coming all the way down to at least $69,500, which is right here. And most likely you're going to come down to the $66,000 to $67,000 range. Okay. And that's where you want to be seeing your bounces. That's where you want to be seeing your bounces happening. Because that's where, if we catch at those points, we're going to see an altcoin season that you can't even fathom, that you can't even imagine. You're going to be seeing 10, 20x gains on your altcoin bags if we catch a bounce right here at this 73.5, 73.6 range, boom, or even at this 77K range, boom. I mean, this is where the market could turn around, but this is a very dangerous place to be in, all right? I'm going to zoom out so that we can see what I'm talking about here. Okay. This range right here is a super duper like scary range to be in. Okay. This all right here from the $77,000 range all the way down to about 66. It's a very scary range to be in. Why? Because we are spitting distance from a bear market once we get into this. Okay. Once you get into this, if you don't bounce from this almost immediately and reclaim these levels at $77,000 and at the very least $74,000, there's a high likelihood that you enter a bear market and continue downwards, right? Now, is that going to happen? I don't necessarily think so. I think that, we could come down here. This could even potentially be a double bottom, right? Where we bounce and then we come back up to the top of the dumpity dump zone. We test the value area low right here, right? Okay, cool. So in any case, we are going to prepare ourselves for both sides of that equation, right? For both sides of that scenario. Now, if anybody knows anything about me, and if you've been watching my streams for any length of time, you know that I'm not afraid to whip out my friggin' schlong, man. Not on a Monday, not on a Sunday, not on any day. My birthday, your mom's birthday, I will whip my schlong out, baby. You could schlong this. What is a schlong? It is a short and a long opportunity at the same time. And then you set up both of these trades at the same exact level, right? At the same exact entry level. Say you enter right here, right? And then you stop out of the side that stops out. That's it. And you would have to set your stop loss a little bit looser on the long, right? Obviously. But you would be wanting to target more like this on this long position. And for this short position, you're going to be targeting right around here, right? So on this, you've got like a 6x risk to reward. On this, you've got a 4x risk to reward. Okay, cool. This is where indecision comes in, and you could enter a schlong, a short and long opportunity at the same time. That's probably the safest trade that you have, to be honest with you. Now, the one scenario that I have to give people whenever I give them a schlong, I have to say, there is the chance that you come down here and just wick down on a candle, stop yourself out of the long, wick all the way up here on a subsequent candle to follow, and then it decides its direction is downwards, right? And then you stop out of both of your trades. Or in the same scenario, you whip up here, stop yourself out of the long, get a rejection at the 0.236, and then stop yourself out of the short up here, and then you don't take profit on the long, and then you get stopped out of the long and it goes down here anyway. So just watch out. I mean, this is false move Monday. This is volatility at its finest. this is a very, very key critical point in Bitcoin's trajectory moving forward for this year. Okay. So just understand that like you are in the right place to understand what could be potentially going on in this market. But at the same time, this is a very, very critical place, like point and level, that if you fall below that previous all-time high, $73,600 and some odd dollars, it's not looking super awesome. Let's go through the comments section real quick. LD says, alert, the dump zone. Yes, the dump zone has been fulfilled. It has been filled. You have dumped, and you now need a new diaper because the dumpage was so massive that you filled the entire dumpity dump zone. As where's that short? As I said that you would, okay? After you completed the wedge pattern. What is going on? Give us the guy with the braids. I'm here to hear. Oh, Drew, I left a picture about Square Pizza on Discord, so you two can relive my middle school days. Yep, Drew's blowing smoke again. Got the sunglasses on. You know what time it is. Adrian Kent is here as usual. Just not HD quality. Yeah, hopefully the stream's better now. Stream's blurry. Stream looks good now. Okay, cool. Stream is looking good. Let's go check out some of the horrible positions that I told you not to take yesterday, the long positions. Let's see how some of those played out. Again, I told you, do not take these positions. I told you, do not take these positions. All right. So, I mean, your short played out exactly. So, could you enter a long? I mean, dude, actually, this position, this might play out, dude. This might play out. This could be epic. This could be an epic long. Okay. Damn, this looks good. That's juicy. So, say you enter here. This is where your stop loss is going to be. As you can see, it's below these swing lows over here, right? You now have, what is this? It's a 3x risk to reward. If you want to be super safe about this, you enter maybe half here, you enter another half here, or you enter a quarter of your position here, a quarter here, a quarter here, a quarter here, and you average in to get the best price, right? And you leave your stop loss here as it sits. Do not move your stop loss, okay? Always practice proper risk management. This is a wedge pattern, okay? This is a wedge pattern. This is favoring upside, okay? And Cardano just made you a bunch of money. If you took the short that I gave you, it just made you a bunch of money. Are you willing to risk it for the biscuit? Are you willing to take a portion of those profits and compound them into this trade and take a nice, nasty, juicy long position? Here's the thing. What happens here is if you take this long trade, you can keep your stop loss super tight on this, right? You don't have to set it super like out here. It does not have to be all the way out there. You can set it here. Because if Bitcoin starts to dump, guess what's going to happen to Cardano? It's going to go under this. It's going to bearishly backtest, and that's where you enter your short position. So if that does happen, you stop out of the long, you enter the short, and you ride that bad boy down at the very least, probably to these levels right here, right? That's my opinion. So that's your two scenarios on Cardano. If you stop out of this trade, you immediately enter short, you put your stop loss just outside of the low or the swing highs, and you target all the way down here. And boom, you've got a 2.9x risk to reward, a 3x risk to reward. We're giving out winners almost every single day on this channel, man. If you're not here, I don't know what you're doing. Let's see what happened with Solana. Again, Solana, you're getting the same exact opportunity. Okay, you're getting the same exact opportunity. You just took a fat win. You just took a 2.6x risk to reward win on this, right? Now, here's the thing about Solana. You have broken out of this head and shoulders, and you have a confirmation. You have a confirmation below this support line, right, that dates back ridiculously far. Look how far back this dates, okay? You have a confirmation below that level. Now, are you going to take out this neckline? Because if you take out the neckline, then you do not want to be in this long position, right? This is your long position scenario. But if you take out the neckline, guess what you do? You flip short at the neckline once you have a confirmation candle. And then guess what you do? You target right here, which is 75 to 80% of the measured move on that for a 4x risk to reward. And if you take your long, you stop out, under this neckline, and you've got what? This is probably a ridiculous risk to reward. 9x risk to reward on the long. There's your trades on Solana, man. Those are your trades on Solana. Let's look at XRP. What do we have on XRP? Okay, so you never got your opportunity on XRP. So let's see if we can find a potential. Is there a potential long opportunity on XRP here, right? You took a fat win on XRP, man. If you rode this thing all the way down, dude, like you made big money. And even if you did somehow take this long, I don't know how you would have done it. But even if you did somehow take this long, like you lost like essentially no money on this. And then if you took my advice and I said, hey, as soon as you get stopped out of this long, you got to enter short, you're in massive, massive profits right now. So in any case, here's your scenario right now, right? And what you want to do is you want to drag this down here as well. You are flirting with this. You do not have a confirmation below this level yet. And this level dates back a ridiculously far, time as well, right? It dates back. I mean, this thing is crazy. Let's see. I think this is probably a better level. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you get a confirmation, what the heck just happened? Yeah, honestly, if you get a confirmation below $1.98, this is where you enter short, right? So this is what you do. Set your stop loss there, right? You target at least the 50 moving average. If not, you target the 0.5 up here, right? It's a 3x risk to reward, 3.6x risk to reward. Guys, pay attention to this stuff because there will come a point where I stop giving out free trades on YouTube. And I will open up like some paid group in a Discord. So take advantage of this and make as much money as you can while you can, because we've given out a ridiculous, crazy amount of gains for free, for the free 99 for a very long time. And there will come a time where I say, this is no longer worth giving out for free. And I want to make money off of this, right? So just take advantage of it while you can. So $1.90 is probably what you would be targeting, $1.85, somewhere in that realm. 2.5x risk to reward. Honestly, I would probably be trying to ride it down here. Depending on if Bitcoin dumps out. So let's say you take this long, Bitcoin dumps out, you stop out of this, you immediately enter a short here at about $2, and you're targeting about $1.75 right around here. And you've got what, 5x risk to reward on that? You just set your stop loss above where that previous swing low was. Bam, easy. Easy money, man. That's XRP in a nutshell for all that people that actually happen to give a F. So we did XRP, we did Solana, we did Cardano. What other ones did we give? Did we give Chainlink? Was it Chainlink? There you go. Chainlink. Boom. As I said yesterday, I believe it was yesterday. Look, if we get a rejection here, you enter that short, you got paid off on that short. And I said, look, if we come back down here and we get a confirmation below this, you enter another short, right? So now you have a secondary opportunity to enter another short here and then target this $12.33 level on Chainlink. That is a massive, massive support dating back all the way to like these previous, kind of like, well, we'll call it right here. $12.35. And then further than that, you've got downside to about $10.37. So in any case, now that you have a confirmation candle below this, you wait for a retest of this level and you enter your short position. You place your stop loss above the 21 SMA. You target right here. You've got a 2.3x risk to reward. You see what's happening when you get here, and you could potentially turn this into a swing trade at a 6x risk to reward ratio. That's what's happening on Chainlink. Now, if you come up here and you regain this level, that's where you would be entering long and targeting $15.70, right? If this happened, right? Say you come back up here, boom, then that's where you would be entering a long position if Bitcoin decides to start pumping, right? Call it somewhere around here. I would say drop your stop loss around here. Target the 0.5, probably 0.618. Where's the 200 moving average? We need to take some of this stuff off of here. Yep, 200 moving average is right under the 0.5, so that's where I would be targeting, 0.5. 2 extras to reward on that, not as good of a trade. Take it if you want to, right? Let's look at Avalanche. I have a feeling that Avalanche is absolutely murdered just before we even look at it. Because look at the crypto bubbles, man. I just have a feeling that Avalanche is murdered. $17. It's just blood in the streets, man. Look, Caffeinated Crypto's got, he knows what time it is. It's just blood in the streets right now, man. I mean, this is good buying opportunities for anybody that's like looking for spot bags and is like long, like just like long-term long on crypto. Like this is a really good buying opportunity. We'll give you that, right? Let me move my laptop over so I can get this. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Avalanche has just been riding the crap out of this downward sloping. I mean, look at this. I mean, if you want to really know what's going on in the market, like Avalanche is primed for a breakout. Like I will be honest with you about that. It does have like a falling wedge pattern for the most part. Like call it something like this. So, I mean, this is primed for a fat breakout. Like, it really, truly is. Let me make sure that this is touching. Yeah, I mean, this is primed for a massive, massive breakout. I mean, to be honest with you, if you come up here and you smash through this, like if you catch a bounce here and then you smash through this, like you're taking out the 50, the 100, the 200 moving average, and then you bounce here, like you could front run this if you want to, right? You could front run this. I don't know if I would. You could front run this and drop your stop loss very tight outside of it. I mean, you could be targeting the 0.618. You'd have an 11 extras to reward ratio on this, targeting $40, 41 bucks. For a massive, like, what I would call that a swing trade. That would take, you know, probably a week or two to play out is my potential opinion on that. But if you want like a scalp trade, I would just target the 0.236, right? And you'd have a 4x risk to reward on that. Now, this scenario only happens if you come down here and then you back test this, right? You have to confirm outside of here. Okay, so you have to see the bounce. You have to take this out, back test it, boom, and then bounce, right? Now, if that doesn't happen and you break below this and then you bearishly back test it, that's where you're going to be shorting it. And you're going to be looking at, what's the downside on this? I mean, these are probably your two targets, to be honest with you, because there's not a lot in between there and here, right? It's just parabolic move city, right? And if you fall, you can see you're floating dangerously close to this line, right? This kind of line in the sand. So this little red dot, this is where price is. And if you fall from this swing low, you're probably coming down here to this swing low at about 12 bucks, right? So if you lose $15.60, it's looking real bad for AVAX, right? And that's where you want to be shorting because you've got some pretty massive downside from there, right? Now, if you do that, this is where you'd be entering a short position on Avalanche, okay? And again, take advantage of this shit while I'm doing it, guys, because I promise you, I'm not going to keep doing this for free forever. I would be targeting that 4 or 5 extras to reward ratio. I mean, there's a lot of really good trades that are setting up to be taken soon. AVAX needs some Tylenol, Advil, aspirin, liquid, Band-Aid, all of it. Yeah, I think Avalanche is going to be really strong in a bull market, though, to be honest with you. It's a super, like, I love Avalanche because they have the best tokenomics in the game. Like, if you go and look at the tokenomics of Avalanche, it actually makes sense from a deflationary or at the very least, a non-inflationary perspective. Avalanche is the gold standard in tokenomics, period. Anybody wants to argue that, I'll take it to the grave, right? I'll die on that hill. I'll argue it with anybody. And yeah. Let's see. You wanted to see render? Okay. So now everybody knows their key levels on Avalanche. Let's go look at render. And then we'll look at IBIT, which is the gold, or not gold shares, the trust for BlackRock, I believe. Render. Yeah, let's just do the Coinbase chart. We're gonna go to the 4 hour. Oh my God, dude. What is up with this chart, dog? I need a media asset for this.
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white bands. Thirsty, man. Damn. Daniel?
This chart is just pure filth, man. Woo! Damn. That bad boy went from 12 bucks to $2.74, bro. What is render? What is render? What do they do? Someone tell me, please. Help me, please. Ricky Bobby. Whoa. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, my friend. But I have this handy dandy Palau RNS ID where I am a legal resident of Palau, so I can pass KYC. It cost me like $1,000 or something like that for like a 5-year residency. It wasn't that bad. That's a pretty good, I mean, so long as we don't lose $66,000, this is a good play. As soon as we do, I'd be getting out of everything, and I would be shorting, In any case, let's see what's going on with render. I want to look at some oscillators on this. I mean, there's nothing here that's saying that's screaming to me like bullish, except for this, which I think you're going to see on pretty much every chart right now. If you don't know what this is, I'm about to show you. Falling wedge. Again, the Nordic Alpha drew, I don't know, document comes through in the clutch. For all you people that don't necessarily know what the hell is going on in the market, you come to my little 24 chart document that I still have not offered out to anybody because we don't have enough people saying that they want this, right? And it allows you, look at this. I mean, look at this right here. What the heck is going on? Look at this, and then look at this. Does that look like the same thing? Yes, it does. So we've got a falling wedge, okay? And falling wedges tend to break out, all right? That's the good news. So could you catch a bounce here? This is the same thing that we were just talking about on Avalanche, right? So you could front run this if you wanted to. If you break below this level, this is where you short, okay? I'm gonna give you that first. Say you break below this level, you back test it, boom, you're falling, right? Where do we even fall to? Jeez. I mean, here's your supports, man. So here's your short position if you drop below here. If you break down out of this falling wedge, what I would do is I would set my stop loss above this candle's high right here, right? And then I would probably be targeting like right down here. But we can also measure that move if you want to, right? By doing this. From the top of here to about the bottom. And then you just copy and paste that over here. And you see where it could be potentially going from the breakout point. I mean, dude, that would take you to negative dollars. We can't even do it. We can't even get a measured move on this thing because it would literally go to zero if we got a measured move on this. So my bias is you take this probably like 3x risk to reward trade. Yeah, 3x risk to reward. You set your stop loss there. You try to write it down to about $1.72. You see what the oscillators are doing? And you take it there. Now, these oscillators are super oversold, okay? RSI looks like it's primed for a bounce. Stochastic look like it's got time to get there. It's, you know, this is not the time to buy right this second, okay? But my point is there's a couple of things that you can do, and you got a red dot on market cipher with money flow coming out, right? On the 4-hour chart, too. This isn't awesome. So, in any case, that's your short trade, right? Now, what's your potential long trade? Well, you've got two. Depends on how risky you want to get. If you want to be risky about it, you front run this. Okay, you front run this, you set your stop loss outside of this. And if you break below this, then you just enter the short, right? And then you start targeting that first Fibonacci level, which is the 0.236. But here's the good news. If you get outside of this falling wedge, you're taking out the 50, the 100, and the 200 moving average, right? And you're probably not going to stop at the 0.236. You're probably going to be coming more up here to the 0.382. So you would obviously want to know what's happening at that time, right? This is a 10x risk to reward ratio, right? Do you want the safe trade? Because I'm going to give you the safe trade now. Say you come up here and you actually get outside of this channel and you back test it. That's the safe trade, okay? And that's where you start targeting this type of a risk to reward. You set your stop loss below the previous, swing high or wherever it is, right? Or you can set it outside of the channel if you really want to. I would set it pretty tight. And boom, if this happens, right? Say you come up here and then you boom, that's where you want to see your long trade. That's render in a nutshell. Render seems to have tanked more than most. I mean, yeah, dude, everything's just absolutely murdered right now. Like, I mean, it's just like, it's demoralizing. Like, look at Sonic, right? Sonic's at 41 cents and just like, it was at 98 cents, like 2 weeks ago. On February 20th, it's dropped 50%, over 50%. That's crazy. That is a crazy, crazy drop for any scenario, right? Still willing to pay for the TA guide. Eventually I'll put this stuff up. It's going to take me a while to get it ready for you guys and stuff like that. And then it'll all be on the drewwolfer.com website. So just, stay tuned for it. Please, for the love of everything that is holy, give them to us. Give me the candlesticks guide, man. Give me the friggin' charting patterns, man. All right. I get it. Does Blofin require KYC to trade perps? No. Yeah, I'd trade on Blofin. I actually have a link in the description where I'm an affiliate of Blofin. I highly recommend them. Absolutely. Use my link if you want to. Think you were so right about Toshi being a rug. Respect for that. Saved me some money on the hopium. Let's look at some Toshi, bro. I be trying to tell people, I be trying to say people, if you go back far enough in my channel, you know exactly what time it is. Like, I came up telling people about rugs, right? And calling out scams. That's what I did, okay? So, like, I've seen them. I know them well. I know what their charts look like. I know what they use in order to try to market them to people. I know it all. Not all, but I've called out probably 200 rugs, scams, Ponzi's in my career, right? And look, this thing is now lower than it has ever been on Coinbase, right? It's over. It's over on Toshi. I hate to be the guy that tells you that. The best case scenario is if you are one of the poor souls that bought up there, you're screwed if you bought up here. It's never going anywhere close to here ever again. Okay. But if you want to try to catch a bounce, the best you can hope for is 3 zeros, 6701. That's the 0.618 Fibonacci. I'll show you. So 3 zeros, 6701 up to 7690. That's about as high as this thing's ever going to get again. And I don't think it's going there. I'm just going to be honest with you. Yeah, the copy trade thing isn't happening, man, because like I can make more money just trading myself because I only get 10% of the profits if I let people copy trade me. And then I have to put all of my money into a pool with all of you guys, which then means that I only get 10% of the profits that I make, which is crazy. So like, no, I can't do it. So I'm trying to figure out another way that I can do it, but you know, there's nothing I can really do on copy trading right this second. It's not worth the time, and it's not going to make me any money to do it. It's not going to be worth my time is the problem. Blofin, yes, you can up to a certain amount, but you are on the risk. Hopefully Trump, passes the regulations. Yeah. So in any case, I mean, that's what we're seeing in the markets right now. I want to look at ETH real quick, and then we'll go really quick back to Bitcoin, and then we'll sign off of here. But yeah, let's look at the ETH trade that we could be potentially seeing. See if there's a potential trade. Yeah, so you would have gotten stopped out of your ETH long, which I told you, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not take this long, right? Do not take, well, actually, you wouldn't have gotten stopped out of the long. You would have made money on it. You would have literally taken it. Damn. Yeah, you would have gotten stopped out of your short trade had you entered there, right? But you never would have gotten into this short trade because you would have never come below this level and gotten a confirmation channel handle. So that's good. But then you would have entered your long trade here and you would have gotten paid off on it. And then guess what happens? As soon as you get out of that long trade, guess what you do? You flipped short and you'd be in massive profit. We're breaking outside of this downward channel too, which is just terrible for ETH. This is a huge problem. If we get a 4-hour or even a 1-hour confirmation candle outside of this, I mean, ETH, it could be going down to like $1,500. Yep. 1520 something most likely. Yeah, $1,540 is the target on ETH if we do indeed break down out of this, because we lost the pivot point here. We lost the trend channel here. If we get a confirmation outside this trend channel, I mean, this is where you enter a short on the bearish back test of it. That's a long. Do not enter that. Do not do that. So you get a bearish back test of it. You set your stop loss above the 50 moving average and these swing highs, and you're targeting $1,500, right? You got a 1.5x risk to reward. I would set this a little bit tighter to the top of this 4-hour candle outside of it. You'd have about a 2.5x risk to reward, and then you're taking it down to $1,540. What's your next support after that? I mean, it's nasty, man. It's nasty. It's this right here, 1350, and then you've got your, we'll call it, I'd say $1,200 range, 1160, right? And that's where you would start thinking about, okay, do I keep riding it down, right? Or is this as far as it goes? And then we get the bounce, because all of this is going to depend on now, let's say that you reclaim this. Okay. Let's say that you reclaim this. This is what would happen if you get a confirmation candle, boom, right? Now, what happens if you reclaim this? Bam, you enter a long, okay? And you target the 200 moving average in the top end of this channel. And you set your stop loss just outside of the channel. You got a 5x risk to reward on it. And you trail your stop loss down outside of this channel. And you set it outside of this previous swing low, whatever the swing low is that we set here. Okay? Because at the end of the day, this is what's going to determine everything. What does Bitcoin decide to do here, right? What is Bitcoin's decision here? Is it to confirm outside of this dumpity dump zone and then fall to 73.6, or is it to bounce from the 77 range, reclaim the dumpity dump zone, bullishly backtest it and bounce, right? We know what our two scenarios are. You got to let Bitcoin decide it. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so the problem is, dude, I want to do it on a platform that people trust and something that people have heard of. So, you know, like, if I tell people about Margex and they're like, what is that? Yeah, I can, but you also would have to, I would also have to do API stuff, things of that sort. But like, at what point does a subscription outweigh the potential profit share? Because the thing that's actually going to make me money on basically letting people copy my trades is so friggin' valuable. I wouldn't just charge somebody $20 a month to copy my trades. Because what if they're trading $100,000 and they're making $50,000 a month? I'm making them $50,000 a month for them paying me $20? No way, not a chance. I want a portion of the profits. I eat what I kill, right? So I don't know how I would charge a portion of the profits if I was going to do like a Discord or a Telegram subscription thing. I'll try and figure it out, but it's just not my focus right now, man. Yeah. I mean, a healthy subscription would have to be super healthy. It'd have to be like, you'd have to have like at least $1,000 to trade or $5,000 to trade, and you'd have to pay like a couple $100 a month or something like that. Because yeah, my TA and my win rate is insane, as evidenced by the fact that I'm a pro trader on this platform for a reason, with an 82% win rate. Here's a link to their YouTube video. I don't know who it is. In any case, we know exactly what we're doing. We know what we're positioning ourselves for. We know our make or break levels, right? Our make or break level is right here. It's if we go below 78.2, call it 78. We'll call it 78,000 almost exactly. If we get a confirmation below that, I don't know, man. We'll see. If we get a confirmation below that, we're going down. If we can somehow regain this $79,000 level, it's like almost $79,000 exactly. We might be cooking with jet fuel, and that's where you want to go long. You could enter a schlong on any one of these positions that I just gave you. Yeah. We'll see what happens, man. So let me know what you guys decide to do in the comments section. We'll see what happens. As you can see right now, even on the hourly chart, we are losing that level. And if we get one more hourly candle that closes below this, we're going down. We're probably going down to about 73.5, 73.6, whatever the previous all-time high was. So everybody just be cool. We'll see what happens. And looks like we're already losing it. So with that being said, my bias is short-sighted right now. And that's what I'm going to stick to. So I'm not telling anybody to enter longs unless those certain parameters that we just gave you and all of those different altcoin TAs are met. I trade based upon rules. I trade based upon metrics and analytics data. So if those key metrics and levels are tested and hold up, then we can enter longs. But until those happen, I'm saying shorts are going to rule the world right now. So with that being said, we'll see what happens. And, I'm wish that I would have entered that trade, but I couldn't get on my VPN. So I'll see if we get a confirmation here and a back test of this. And then I'm going to be entering short, targeting 73.6. And then if we come up here and we get a back test of this, I will be entering a long position here. I might open a schlong position, like maybe, somewhere in this range, potentially, but we'll see. In any case, I will see you in the stream, the next stream, either tomorrow or maybe the next day. And we will see how all this stuff plays out. Shorting right now and nailing it. Yep, you already know. So with that being said, everybody that's here, I appreciate you for showing up. Make sure you smash the like button. Obviously, make sure you hit subscribe. Boom, baby. Bang on the notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. If you appreciate it, I appreciate you. And I will see you in the next stream. Peace.